Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. This week we continue reading the book of Exodus, in which Moses' relationship with God continues to grow and develop. And at several points, Moses kind of questions God. Like, what's this all about? What are you about? What's your name? And the Talmud says, God was kind of taken aback. He says, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, I talked to them, but they didn't question me. You, Moses, are questioning me. Moses and God have this relationship in which they really go back and forth, as it were. And I share that with you because I think it's important to note that Judaism in and of itself, as I understand it, is not a dogmatic religion. That is to say, we aren't fundamentalists in our approach, that we are a people of questions much more than we are of answers. We're a people of the journey much more than the destination. Because for us, the meaning and even more so the truth of what we're trying to discover is in the process, not in the end. Let me unpack that just for a moment. If we light candles on Shabbat because it says we must light candles on Shabbat, that's good, but does it mean anything? If we light candles because it adds to our life, we think about the light that we have gained during this last week, and we think about shining light forward, and we use our ritual as a means to an end, then it's not a fundamental belief that you ought to light candles because it says to light candles, but rather because it has meaning behind it, because it has purpose behind it. And that's the way I view Judaism, both from the theological standpoint to the ritual standpoint and everything in between. That part of our engagement as Jews is just that, to be engaged, to wrestle. I mean, what is the Talmud? The Talmud takes all of the challenging questions from Torah and from life and wrestles with them. You have rabbis from different centuries arguing with each other because the process is so important to us. The figuring it out, the wrestling match of trying to get to meaning and understanding. And I think we live in a world in which there is too much fundamentalism, where there's too much dogma and not enough room for process, not enough room for dialogue to get to that meaning. And so on this Shabbat, I don't ask you to have the answers. I ask you to ask the questions. I don't have a destination to take you, but a journey to enjoy with you. And that journey will begin right here, 7 o'clock tonight, as we celebrate Shabbat with one another and wrestle with our faith. Take care. Shabbat Shalom. Have a wonderful, wonderful, and safe weekend. Be well.